All right, guys, this is Marvel Cinematic Universe tier list, and then DC, just a little bit, We have the boys right here. The
Did you forget our names? We got the boys. We got the boys.
we have the boys.
Replies.
Who
When
are
he
the
said
boys?
Avengers Assemble, he didn't assemble.
So the boys. Well, we
Boys
have
assemble.
we have boy 1, boy 2, boy 3, boy 4, okay, and boy 5.
Yeah.
Wait, boy 5.
Oui.
We.
Well, boy 5 is clearly like the least alpha out of all of us.
Exactly. Hyacinth.
You know
I killed him.
what? Funny,
I
but
killed
also
him.
true. Yeah, that's right, dude. So since you killed him, can we throw him out to the trash section first? Hyacinth, can we put you up there?
Yeah. Goes to the trash.
Yeah. Look at the raccoon picture. He can find Rocket Raccoon's picture. So
Let's start. This is like from the cinematic universe purely, so don't like think about any of the traits they had in the comic book. So like 100% just from like the movie, what you can remember. Okay, we have God tier. God tier is reserved for the gods. A tier, B tier, C tier, and absolute trash. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Iron Man, personally, I would just put him in 8. Now, what do you guys think?
here is why he's God tier. Because if it wasn't, just my opinion, you don't have to put him up there. The reason why I think he's God tier is because without him, there wouldn't be all the heroes that are following that list. Like, none of them. He basically saved Marvel from fucking bankruptcy. Like, at that point.
Yeah, he's so rich that he broke the fourth wall and saved
Kevin Feige was like, Tony, can I lend some money? And Tony was like, you got it.
So, okay, Jay, what's your opinion?
He's a rich guy. He's a playboy.
He's a playboy.
Jay, here's the ultimate question. Why is he A and not God tier? What's stopping him from being God tier?
I mean, even though he killed himself.
What?
Sacrificed himself, though.
Yeah, there's a big
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
difference, mate. Kill yourself is what nice and
He
shit.
sacrificed Tony to someone else who's stronger, not human.
Yo. Jay, you would upset the fuck out of Marvel fans. Like, everyone in the theater would have been looking at you like...
He does have a point, though. I mean, he does have a point. He could have just tossed it to Captain Marvel, and then either she would be dead or it wouldn't have any.
There are some people stronger than Iron Man. They could easily done it.
I was kind of disappointed in Captain Marvel because they made her like, oh, she's so powerful and all that, and then she has to be on the other side of the universe.
She gets her ass kicked.
That is well, but like she says that I don't have time for just Earth. I have to go everywhere.
We're gonna get to Captain Marvel later, but okay, Hong, what's your Iron Man? What tier do you put him in?
Yeah, I will put it on A too. Basically, like because of he doesn't have any special ability. He's just like basically a normal human with armor.
I mean, he's a genius.
Yeah, he's genius, but like who isn't? Like this.
When you're Asian, who isn't? Dude, what? Like, yeah, Matthias, he's Asian, so who isn't a genius, dude? Like
several characters that have like high intelligence in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, so it's not just Iron Man who has that. Like Hulk or Rocket the Raccoon actually is pretty smart.
Oh yeah, man, dude.
Yeah, Rocket and the Hulk are smart. Yeah, they got smart IQ.
So Matthias, would you put him in A or God?
I'm not sure actually. I feel like he deserves the God because of his influence, because he can combine everything you guys have said with his influence on the other heroes. He is the ultimate leader of the ball.
The way I see it, I agree with Matthias. Like, if you're such an influence that at your funeral, the entire fucking galaxy's heroes show up to honor you, you're a fucking god.
Well, not the entire galaxy's heroes came. Thanos wasn't there, so.
Dude, he's literally the villain. Stop
I
calling
love
him
how, guys, I
hero.
love how he only says things just to be contrarian. Doesn't matter if they make sense. Doesn't matter if they fit well into the opinion. He just has to say it.
Dude. Okay, so 3 for A tier and 2 for God tier. We're gonna have to leave him sitting in A tier. Maybe we might review him at
cool.
the
That's
end.
cool.
Nah, leave him there for now. Yeah.
So Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. For me,
Can I start? Can I start?
she's
Please,
a
can I
C
fucking
tier.
start for?
Okay. Go.
She seems to still kick ass, even though she doesn't have like any superpowers.
Yeah.
She has abilities. She's good at fighting. I mean,
She's what I picture as like a strong female character that isn't like forced on the audience with like how fucking like agenda pushing they are. She's like both
You know what?
strong,
You make a
and intelligent.
You know what? You make a fantastic point. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. Yeah.
There you go, Jake. What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Why did you laugh?
Because I'm on Google right now trying to find out about her.
Okay, we're gonna come back to you. Hong Man, what do you think?
After the commercial break.
Technical
I
issues.
think she's still pretty good in terms of a normal human being, but like with a quite hardcore martial arts style. Like,
Yeah.
I would judge her like after watching her independent movie. For the time being, I still don't know where I would put it.
Her film may play a big part in how I see her from now on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Panther. For me, it's kind of a B. He was okay. You know, he had wars. It was really good seeing. I liked seeing him. I liked him in Civil War when I first saw him. I thought,
You make a very good point. I liked him a lot more in Civil War than I liked him in his own movie, which is very counterintuitive if you think about it. But that's how it turned out. Like in Civil War, he was like this really like strong, silent type, and also had like this level of mystique. But like he was really badass as well, like a secret like agent almost. But in his own film, I don't know, he just kind of degraded in my ass. Maybe because the villain was so good.
Yeah, maybe it took away focus from him as well. Actually, maybe if like because with the character design, the way Black Panther's designed, maybe if he kept like always being like the strong silent type, it would be as well even cooler. You know, like you would always be thinking, what's he got going on? You know, and then it would always be in the back of your head. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
He also was pretty useless in Infinity War.
Yeah,
he was.
I mean, the only thing that was
Honest,
useful about
most
him,
of the supporting cast was pretty useless in that movie in general.
but the only thing that was useful about him in Infinity War was just that he had Wakanda with the shield. That was basically it.
Yeah.
You know what I love about him? Like he just said, "This is no place to die, but die." He said that.
2 seconds later, he's like, "This is no time to die or no place to die," and then literally just disappears into ash.
I never freeze and then proceed freeze. That's.
I mean, he didn't die. He just ceased to exist.
Oh, okay.
Jay.
Oh yeah, because that's not dying now, is it?
Jay, so what do you think?
So I mean, like own movie, like they showed him kind of strong, like power and everything.
Wakanda was strong.
But when they actually had to do something,
they were bad.
Yeah.
Like they were just there to fill up some gap, So,
yeah, maybe. Yeah, he was kind of like a token hero. So I personally think he's in C tier for just being a token hero.
Yeah, honestly, C was what I was thinking initially as well.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
Your film.
Okay, for now, Black Panther C tier.
Sure.
All right, Doctor Strange.
Okay, so can I start on this one, please?
Yeah, actually, yeah, sure.
So I have a really soft spot for this guy because I really dug Doctor Strange. I thought that was like the best solo Marvel movie after Phase 2. And I saw it in theaters twice actually. So what I really like about this guy is like he's basically kind of like what I like about Tony Stark, but like amplified to like an even further egotistical level. And he's so full of himself that when he finally like gets into the car crash, and then like his hands are really fucked up, and like I love the line where the chick doctor comes in and he's like, "There's nobody on this earth that could have done a better job for your hands," and he's like, "But I could have." And I was like, "Oh shit." But then after that, like his whole journey to Tibet and like discovering like magic and shit, like that whole introduction to the Asian one, and then like his growth as a character and his powers is really cool to see. It's kind of reminiscent of Iron Man 1, seeing Tony go from a broke-ass dude in a mountain cave to building a fucking suit of armor that is like next level military tech. That's kind of like the same journey with Doctor Strange. I just really like that sort of like character growth. So I feel he's on the level of Tony. A.
Yeah,
I
man.
think he had a nice character arc.
Yeah.
I think you summarized it pretty well. I wouldn't put him in God tier just because shit magic system in Marvel, but yeah,
that's
you know,
true.
you guys know how obsessed I am with magic systems. If you have a shit magic system, if you have soft magic system, I like hard magic. You know.
Personally, if there's option for Wong, I'm gonna put him as God.
Dude, Wong was actually really cool too.
He's
Yeah.
like even better than Doctor Strange.
You know who sucked though? The villains in that movie. They were terrible.
Oh, sure.
Like they had really good actors, but like they didn't have enough material to really shine.
Yeah, it's just like so weird.
Yeah. Even like the fucking I don't know what was his name, Dormammu
And-
or something like that. Like he's built
Yeah,
up
dude.
as this like fucking planet destroyer, then he arrives and it's like okay.
But what do you think about Doctor Strange, Hong?
Yeah. Well, also like he's also a genius, like even without the magic.
Yeah.
But in terms of the medical way, so it doesn't really help. Like if he's without the magic power, not that useful. When he should have called like everyone, spawning everyone to defeat Thanos at the first time.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually very true. Yeah, he should have helped out a bit more.
And I'm still pretty sad about like the defenders not showing up. Like he could call everyone but not defenders.
Oh, but that's because Netflix and Disney Marvel.
Jay, what do you think about it?
Yeah, like Andrew stole my vote, so yeah. Panther much.
Oh man, Andrew fucking stealing an Indian man's thing. That's pretty British of you.
Yo, what the fuck is with the mic?
Hey, silent on set.
What?
Silent on set.
Doctor Strange is in A. Do we all agree on that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
Spider-Man. What do you get? What do you guys think, actually?
B.
B?
Same, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, B tier. He still has some growing to do. I say all he has is just some growing to do. But if they keep him going, and they don't switch Spider-Mans again, they keep, Tom Holland.
I think he has a contract to do a few more Spider-Man roles, so
he can become God tier. Like some arcs I would like to see is maybe like his denial of his powers arc, and maybe the whole Venom arc would be pretty good. But
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, but right now I think he's in B tier. Does everyone agree, or does someone think he's in
okay,
anything other?
Here's why I think he's gonna stay in B forever. Because he is my least favorite Spider-Man actor out of all the ones we had so far. I believe Tobey Maguire is better. I even believe Andrew Garfield was better, despite his films being overall shit. And the reason why is because Tobey Maguire, like, he captured a certain Spider-Man from the comics, like the really like nerdy, shy, introverted dude that occasionally like busted out a few quips when he was fighting. Whereas Andrew Garfield captured like a much more quippy, fun, and outgoing Spider-Man, and he was like more so about fun. Whereas I feel like Tom Holland, he's like somewhere in between and can't quite decide which route to go. Plus the fact that he's like the youngest Spider-Man just really like tames the action in the film. Like Homecoming, literally nothing happens for the entire film until the very end, and pretty much
I
same
still
for Far
haven't
From
seen
Home.
Homecoming, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh.
I haven't
alright.
seen it.
Yeah, it's meh.
Okay, for me, I'm just gonna put him at C. Like, I don't think he have shown his ability really well yet. Like, I don't think he's capable of being B for the time being, but I think he's going to be B or A sooner or later. But you know what? You know what would be funny? I think actually the Japanese Spider-Man is actually like stronger than him.
Wait,
Like
what?
the one, yeah, there's like a Japanese. It's actually like a something exists. It's like a Japanese version of Spider-Man, like a TV series. And you know what special about this Spider-Man is that he could spawn like a Megazord. It's called
Yo,
the Leopardon, and it's
Wow.
like just like a fucking giant robot, like the Power Rangers.
dude, that's
The-
actually pretty sick.
It doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's like
Yeah.
it's this. The story is about like Spider-Man is like bitten by a spider from like an alien planet, or like Spider-Man is coming from a alien planet. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Hong, you thought Star-Lord was
Yes.
God tier, right?
Yes.
Why do you like
Why?
it so
I say
much?
that because you know how many fans like the movie Endgame, right?
Mhm.
If it isn't because of Chris Pratt, if it isn't because of Star-Lord, Endgame would not exist, would not fucking exist. If he didn't punch Thanos, it would have ended already. Endgame wouldn't exist. There must be like 1,000 of parallel universe that they won Thanos. It's just Star-Lord don't have to punch Thanos. That's all.
Yeah.
But for him, we have another movie. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have that. Okay?
I'm gonna hold you back on this one because like when Doctor Strange looked at all their chances to win,
Yeah.
he said there's just one, which means in all the parallel possibilities, every single one, Star-Lord always punched Thanos.
He didn't say he looked at every one. He said he looked at a specific number.
Okay, so here's
Yeah,
the,
but like,
here's
he
here's
looked
the,
at like millions, didn't he? And like all those millions, Star-Lord punched Thanos.
he stated that he looked at 14 million options and only in one of them they win. So here's the thing.
Exactly.
Here's my question.
Well, okay.
You know how he was like freaking out and like spasming out while looking through all of those options? What I'm wondering
Mhm.
is, did he look at all of those options? Like, were 14 million options like all of those? Or was it just how much he could have looked at before fucking, I don't know, his brain exploded or some shit?
Yeah, I think it's more. Yeah, I think it's more the latter. How much he could have looked at before.
So that means that if there was another option where they won, he could have looked at it, but he just didn't have the power to see it through.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So Hong says God tier for Star-Lord. Andrew, you say?
I say he's B because I really liked him in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was probably the best part in Guardians of the Galaxy too. Chris Pratt is like a really good actor for him, and like I just like his character because it's like he's like Han Solo of Avengers basically.
What?
No, because if you think about it, space bounty hunter listens to dope music. I mean, it's pretty much Han Solo. Yeah, I mean the character was created as an homage to Han Solo, so he's B. He's a B for me.
So Matthias, what do you say?
Hmm. I guess I'm between maybe B. Yeah. I mean, right now he's the boss of the god of lightning, so he should be god tier. But
B
Yeah,
tier.
probably.
Jay?
B.
B. I'm also gonna have to go B tier. Sorry, Hong Man, but like Star-Lord is cool. You know, when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, I thought he was slick and all, but that punch pissed me off more than it
pissed
made
me
me
off.
happy.
that's
To be
just because
honest.
you haven't experienced true love. Okay, he was just, you know,
Dude,
in love.
okay, like, there's no need to get personal.
There's a difference between fucking up an entire Russian mob over the death of a puppy and fucking dooming the rest of the world for loving a chick with green skin. Alright? There's a big difference there.
Okay, so right now we're gonna go with Gamora.
Speaking of green skin.
So Gamora, she's the reason. She's the reason Star-Lord did his stupid decisions.
She's got the Soul Stone.
I neither liked her nor disliked her. I'm not gonna blame her for the shit Star-Lord did, because that was him being really stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much very neutral with Gamora.
Yeah, I'm neutral with her as well. I think that's because she's kind of anonymous in the film so far. I know she's totally different in the comics, but in the films, she hasn't they haven't really truly showed her personality yet. It feels like even though they have 2 films, I don't know. But when I played when I played the Telltale games with the Guardian of the Galaxy, I felt more like I got to know her a lot more than I did from the films.
Oh,
to be
dude,
honest.
you're right. Yeah, because her character in the Telltale games was actually much better defined than it is in the film.
Yeah.
Like, you get to know her better and her backstory as well. But it's also like, I don't know, there's just something about her in the games that is really cool. So if we were talking about the game version, she would easily be an A for me. But if we're talking about movies, she's a B, maybe even a C for me, actually.
I would say C for the films and A for the game.
What do you say, Hong?
To me, this character wasn't really appealing. I don't think her character is really appealing in the film. She just basically punching at Star-Lord at the first movie, and that's basically it. And then somehow punching him makes them fall in love. I don't know. I don't really get the character that much. The only special part for me is Thanos crying for her, but nothing else. And she wasn't really particularly good at fighting either. Yeah, I just don't care about this character really.
She's portrayed as this really dangerous warrior.
Which one?
In the films as well, but she doesn't really show it off.
Which one is the character for Karen Gillan be in Guardians?
She's the sister.
Alien. The blue alien.
Nebula.
Nebula. I like Nebula more than
same
Gamora.
actually. Yeah.
Actually, I just hate Nebula. I think that it's more because of it's more because of Endgame, actually, maybe.
Oh, true.
Yeah, but there's 2 Nebulas in there.
Yeah, I know, the past Nebula and maybe that's a good contrast as how her character changed, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I also get your point because it's way too short of a period for a character change, because it literally happens in 1 movie, whereas most of these characters get 6 movies to develop. Especially when we get lazy. It is lazy. Yeah, I mean, shit.
So, Jay, what do you think about Gamora?
Yeah, Gamora, I don't know, I found her in the movies kind of weird for me.
Mm-hmm.
When we go to her past, how Thanos took her and killed half her planet.
Yes, that's a C tier, yeah. So Gamora is gonna be in C tier. Now we have our boy Jax, and you know what? Drax. So Drax is a total Chad.
A total what?
Chad?
Drax is a total Chad. Yeah.
Total Chad. Okay.
To be honest, he is kind of right, because any guy that can take on Thanos with a pair of knives and have the balls to do that, yeah, I'd say, yeah.
What happened to your screen, Heisen?
Yeah, it's fucked.
Whoa.
Heis, if you hear?
Wait. There's something I wanted to do, but I kind of failed.
Heisen.
Wait.
Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. Oh, so can I? Okay, all right.
Don't stop
I wanted
around, please.
I wanted to just make a. Okay. Wait. There we go.
Oh, he's gonna put Chad in there.
For me, this is where Drax belongs.
He spelled total with double T.
Okay, so what are your opinions?
If he's a total Chad or not.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he's kind of OP. I mean, he can go invisible while eating nuts.
That's actually so true.
Yeah. He's also, what's it called again?
Oh, Matthias, you're coming up
I
short.
totally forgot the word.
Oh, come on.
Okay, Andrew, what do you think?
I really like the character. I think so when he was first introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy, it was hard not to sort of think because that was I think Dave Bautista's one of the first major roles because he switched from WWE acting to movie acting, and then but he immediately brought a lot of charisma and charm to him. I love the scene where Chris Pratt is pulling out all the puns and humor, human jargons and slangs that completely go over his head and he cannot recognize metaphors and shit. He takes everything literally, and I like that honesty about his character. He's very blunt, even more so than Hulk, I think, because Hulk tries to maintain a level of composure as a human, half human, whereas Drax is from such a Chad level of warrior clans that he literally just doesn't give a fuck and just wrecks shit.
I guess it's the only MCU hero that has autism.
Yes. Basically Hyacinth, but actually muscled.
Yeah. he doesn't have an afro.
Yeah.
And he has muscle.
But no, his motivation is generic. Family died and now he wants revenge, but he makes it work. That's why I probably like him that much.
Okay, I'm just gonna say one thing. To me, this character is just the MCU equivalent of John Cena. You can't see me, and I think this character is from a character that have so many potential and became something a character just for comedy. I feel like Marvel kind of wasted it, as in some way. Oh, but
yeah,
I agree with Total Chad though.
Total Chad. What about you, Jay?
Yeah, man, he's cool. He's funny. Yeah, he's the one to ease the moment, in a film. If you wanna distract someone, you have to bring him in the movie to make the moment lighter.
Yeah, he's a nice comic relief. But do you agree that he's a total Chad?
Yep. No,
All
he's
right.
God.
So we're gonna have Drax in his own total Chad tier. He's a total Chad.
Yeah.
And then Groot. For me, Groot is a B tier, but going on A. For me, he doesn't have enough character to put in A tier. Because he can't speak, and that does make some of his characterization limited, I would say. But if anyone, has a reason for him being in A tier, I would very much be open to that because I feel like he does belong there, but I'm not sure if I can put him on there. So,
dude, I kind of agree with you. I think he's a B tier going on A. The reason he's not in the A for me is because of Guardians of Galaxy 2. I feel like literally every character in the second film had a really good arc, except for him, because him being as a baby, you were talking about it, he can only say 3 words in general, and that's really limiting his character. I think in the second film, the fact that he's a baby and where barely even grows, literally grows towards the end of the film, even more so limits his character because he does very little in the second film. But in the first film, the reason he's a B for me, at least a B, is because he has a very cool emotional moment where he sort of grows tree roots around the Guardians to protect them from the ship crashing, and that's a really fucking cool moment. I was like, this is both heartfelt, charming, and kind of cute, but also really sad.
Yeah.
And I felt like,
yeah, and that's why I'm hesitating on A tier. But then the fact that we can't get a good enough characterization is kind of like for me. But yeah, we're gonna have to agree on that one. Matthias, what do you think?
About Groot?
Yeah, Groot.
Well, actually, I think he fits well in a B, I guess. I don't feel like he's on the same level as Iron Man and Doctor Strange and Black Widow. He can stretch his arms, and I mean, he does sacrifice himself in the first Guardians of the Galaxy film. But his biggest weakness is fire, and it's a lot of fire in all their fights. Not really that effective.
Okay.
Just keep him there.
Making some points here. We're gonna go over to the Hong boy, see what he thinks.
Hey, hola. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, to me, his biggest character is that he's cute when he's baby Groot. But it used to be, but now with Baby Yoda, I just couldn't feel Groot being cute again. Like I can't.
Yeah, fuck.
Once you don't go back.
Biased. Totally biased.
Yoda, you don't go back.
You don't go back. Baby Yoda is the best. So I get the idea that he's sacrificed, but it doesn't mean anything.
okay, that's a valid point. Yeah.
So Jay, Lakra, what's up?
Sandeep.
It wasn't Groot, right?
Yeah, Groot.
What the fuck?
Dude, did you bring it in the bathroom?
Dude, he's moving a body, man.
Dude, he's peeing.
He's taking a shit, dude.
He's in the bathroom. I'm not joking.
He's about to shower, mate. We're about to listen to him.
He's pissing.
Jay.
Yeah.
About Groot.
So Groot is Groot, you know.
What the fuck?
But, yeah, I like how he helped Thor to make the handle of his hammer.
Ooh.
You know,
his hammer, his axe, Stormbreaker.
Yeah. So
yeah, he makes the shaft.
I would put him in B as well.
Okay, B tier for Groot. Yeah. All right. I guess Groot, good B tier character. Okay, so Mantis, I'm gonna have to put in C tier. I mean,
Jesus.
To be honest, there's not much to disagree with. She's pretty much a C for me as well. Because I like her powers. Like in the second film, when there's like that bit where she's like reading everyone's mind, and like Chris Pratt is like really horny over Gamora. That's a funny scene, and she plays a big part into making that scene funny. But aside from that, she does nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing more than a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was checking some stuff. Yeah.
You agree as well? Mantis C tier.
Mantis.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put her anywhere above C, to be honest.
Yeah.
She has a really powerful ability, but I mean, unless you literally move her hands to the right head, she can fuck up every single step of the way to do her task, her mission. So, it's she's really powerful, but at the same time, she's just useless.
So, Jay, Mantis, what do you think?
Who's Mantis?
The chick I just added in C tier.
Yeah,
so, that kind of says everything, though.
Oh, she's Asian, right?
The only Asian.
For her look, I would give her God tier, but she's useless. So
I don't know. There's Asian in space. No, actually, there would be many different colors in terms of their upcoming movie. What is it called? The Eternal. So anyway, it's just some Is it called Internals?
Internals.
Is it?
Eternal.
What's called internal?
Wait. Yeah, it's Internals. Like it's just like some godlike species in Marvel. And they're
Are you
making a
talking
movie.
about Thanos' race?
No. Is it?
No.
I don't think it's Thanos species. But yeah, they're making a movie like that. And then the actor for Jon Snow, I think he'll be in it.
And that's kind of dang. Okay, so Mantis gonna be C tier. Where are we gonna put the raccoon?
The God
Yeah.
there.
Nah, I won't put him in God. For me, I'd put him in B tier. You know, I mean,
I'll go with B.
Yeah, I think B works well for him.
Yeah, to be
He's
fair.
he's a clever guy who fixes
Yeah.
everything basically on their spaceship and
Yeah.
weapons. Yeah, he has a sharp tongue, but I mean
Yep.
he's proved himself really useful.
True.
B tier. All right, that's nice. So Scarlet Witch, Wanda. I'm not too sure. You guys gonna have to get started on this because really, I'm not even too sure.
Wanda B.
No, actually, I think she deserves at least A, just with how powerful she is. I mean, they portrayed her powers as really, really powerful. I was actually more surprised or impressed. I was more impressed with her than I was with Captain Marvel.
So you guys would put Wanda in A tier, right?
Yeah, I would put her in A tier.
For me, I would put her in B tier because I feel like she gets over Quicksilver's death very quick, and like, so that was her twin, right? The guy who she grew up with like her entire life. That does not seem like something you get over quickly. Like basically he dies, and she never mentions him again.
I mean, she goes into a relationship pretty quickly after that. I don't think she deserves the downgrade from A to B just because she doesn't mourn her brother more on screen. I mean, there's time between the films as well. It's not the day after.
Yeah, you make a good point. Wanda A tier. Right. Now, Hulk, Dr. Banner himself. I really liked his character arc. For me, it's gonna be A tier. Especially, I like in Endgame. I thought he was perfect. He found himself. His character arc was done. A tier, like really well written.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree with the 8. He especially when he managed to combine both of his personalities, Hulk and Bruce Banner. Makes
Dude, what
really
the fuck?
powerful.
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Making all that noise?
What was that?
Someone is eating from a potato chip bag or something.
Hong, that's you.
Not me.
Who's so guilty?
Does it look
Was
like
it you?
me?
Or was it you, Jay?
No. On my bed.
You can eat it on your bed.
I mean, I'm broke.
You from doing it.
Okay, all right, proceed.
Yeah, where yeah, I think when he combines his brain and muscle, you know, it makes him even more powerful than he was before that in the other films.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think he deserves an A tier.
Rests comfortably in A tier. Love him. All right. Wait, Hong boy.
Yeah.
What you gotta say about what? Okay, who the fuck?
Okay, quiet.
Who the fuck? Yeah, quiet on the fucking set. Okay.
It's making a lot of noise in the background.
Hong Man, come on.
Okay. So for Hulk, I mean, I actually really like his development in Endgame, like combining two personality into one. But to me, that was great. But it's kind of expected. Like to me, his character wasn't being developed well before, and then there's nothing much that could be told on him. So the only possibility that could make his character like evolve would be just combining two personalities. So um to me, the writing, although it's good, but at the same time, it wasn't as surprising. Um, in terms of like his ability in the film, he's always the strongest, but like a big war scene, he might seem useful. In Avengers, in like fighting the alien army, he seems pretty useful. But at some point, like when he was defeated by Thanos, the Hulk personality wouldn't come out, and him being really useless. So I think he kind of depends on like which movie particularly, because each movie takes him like in a really different way. For Endgame, they just treat him as the smart character instead of the strong character. He was not being treated as the strong character anymore. Like so, in terms of fighting, no, but sacrifice one of his arm and doing scientific research, that would be really good from him. So I guess if I couldn't see any more character development afterward, I'll just put him for A for the time being. But it's definitely A, like or above.
All right, that's nice. A, I agree with that. All right, man. Quicksilver. Uh, I'm gonna say trash. He was there just to die. I'm gonna say trash. What do you guys think?
Out of
I
the
think
table.
he's a really cool character. It's kind of sad that he didn't get more time.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it would have been too close to the Flash. Not really much to say. He would be on the trash because we don't really see much or learn much. I mean, we don't get to know him that much. I mean, we see him and his sister kind of go from being the villain's helpers to the good side, but then he just dies. Then we get to know his sister later on a bit more. So yeah, sure, just put him in the trash.
What about you, homeboy?
Um, like his only ability is running fast, but compared to another Quicksilver from X-Men, like that guy runs like so much faster. Like you couldn't compare actually. So to me, if running is the only ability of him, but he couldn't even do it well enough, he's trash. So fast
You know,
that he couldn't even skip
he
bullet.
was supposed to be good at running, and he sucked at running.
That's what I was trying to say. That's trash.
All right, trash again. And Jay, what do you think about Quicksilver?
It's trash. Yeah.
All right, man. Concise trash overall.